Hello there, everyone. It is Justin, your Eagles skipper, here with episode 25 of Journey to the Top here with Darlington FC. And today is the beginning of season 3 here with the club. Not sure how much longer I'll be here, but we'll be here until other teams start offering us stuff or we get a hiccup in the leagues. But as you all are probably wanting to get into, we've got transfers. So let's go ahead and take a look at our transfer history. Move back into the last season because that's when 3 transfers came through. And first up, we brought in Reece Bennett, a right-footed center back who can do a job further forward, but he's going to be a center back for us. From Manchester United, signed on a pre-contract, and well, we expect him to be an important player for us. As we identified before, his determination lets him down just a tad, but we can move on from that. Next up, we brought in Michael Roxburgh, who used to be of Huddersfield. Just brought him in to be a backup. Don't even think he's going to be a backup. Probably should just drop him. He's not going to get any playing time in our team. He wasn't as good as I thought. Then we brought in Mo Silla from Aston Villa, who has immediately gone out on loan to Boston United, who are expected to be top of the league above us. So he's going to get some game time, which is going to be good because he's not going to even feature on our bench most of the time. And he looks like he's got quite a bit of potential if we look at our scout report, and we want him to fulfill that with us. So we're letting him go out to Boston, get some play time, come back next season, and hopefully he'll have enough about him to make this step up. But then let's move into the current season and look at the rest of our transfers. Quite a few to look at. As we said, Boston paying most of his salary plus giving us a little bit extra money, so we're fine with that. After we moved over into this new season, we identified Fidel O'Rourke, formerly of Liverpool. Nice little pressing forward. Could do a job as a target man, though he's not very good in the air. And we already have Luke Charman, so Fidel O'Rourke probably not going to be featuring too much, but he looked like he could be a good rotation option at the very least. Then we brought in Elijah Dixon Bonner, also from Liverpool, who has quite a few good attributes for this level. Is going to be a starter in midfield for a good while. He can do a job at left wing when we need to switch to that other formation, but he's just a really good option. Just no real weaknesses to his game. We then brought in Harrison Neal from Sheffield United. He's going to be playing as our Caleriero, I think. I don't know how you say it, but he's gonna play as this, I think, most of the time. Maybe as our deep line playmaker. Yeah, I think he's going to be playing as either deep line playmaker or defender. That's what it was, because he's got 11 tackling, one of the better ones, one of the better defending. Not too good going forward, but he's got a little bit of potential left to fulfill. Good current ability. He's going to be a good rotation option for our club. Next up, we brought in Frankie Ealing. He's a left-footed right back. We're training him to play left back so he can be our bench option to come on either side when we need him to, and he's got some decent physicals, pretty good going forward, so we're hoping to get a lot from Mr. Frankie here. Next up, we identified Harvey Davies as what should be a fantastic goalkeeper. He does not. Oh, gotta hit the reports. He does not say that he is consistent or inconsistent, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. But he definitely looks like he has more about him than Allen does. But Allen is going to be our number 2 at the start. Harvey Davies looks like he's going to be our number 1. Good determination. Says he's an aggressive keeper, but he's only got 9 aggression, so I don't know what sort of aggression people wanted a keeper, but he looks fine to me. Next up, we identified Thierry Small, a Panamanian, Jamaican, and English left back. He's got decent potential to fulfill. He's just sitting in our under 18s right now, getting game time. Don't know if he'll turn into anything, but we brought him. He was formerly of Everton. Next up, we brought in Jack Leckie. He's also sitting in our under 18s, left-footed center back. Could do a job for us, but right now he's just getting game time. He's formerly of Burnley and Newcastle. Next up, we brought in Joe White, who is somebody to be excited for. He's an attacking midfielder, though he can play some good pushing forward spots right here. He's got great tackling for an attacking midfielder. So we're expecting quite a bit from Mr. White here. He's going to be probably starting most games, though Connolly may have to move back given another signing that we've made. After White was Louis Annesley, the Gibraltarian vice captain. He's either-footed and likes to avoid using his weaker foot, so I can't tell which is his weaker foot, but he likes to avoid it, even though he can use it just fine. Great physicals, decent technicals, okay mentals. He's just going to be a good option to have who can play anywhere across the back and in holding midfield if we need him to do a job there. He's going to be our bench defender. He's just got quite a bit about him. Next up, we brought in Rob Harker, a poacher or advanced playmaker, advanced forward. I think he looks better as an advanced forward. Great determination, good physicals. He's got the holy trinity right there, above 12. It said on our coach report that he had potential to be a League One striker, but is showing that he's now close to his potential. He'll be here for a year. He'll be here for 2 years. See what sort of job he can do. And our last signing of the summer was Corey Brennan, another attacking-minded midfielder. Great speed, 16 acceleration, 12 pace, 17 jumping. He's going to feature quite a bit. Not really as a starter, probably as a backup, but let's look into the National League North. If we look at our season preview, Lee Connolly is once again sitting there as one of the top players in the league, and we are immediately looking like we are going to be third place according to the media with a 4-1 odds to go up. Now let's take a look at our schedule. We are going to be facing Wealdstone, who, if we move back here, are the relegation favorites. I believe Wealdstone was formerly of the National League South, which they were. But let's take a look at our team that we're going to be putting out there to face Wealdstone. We've rambled on for quite a little bit. Let's just take a look. We're going to go with Harvey Davies in goal, a back four of Gilbert, Reese Bennett, Jarrell Kwanzaa, and Yiston Hughes, with Savage keeping his spot as the Carolero, Neil coming in as the central mid on defend, and Dixon Bonner. Well, let's look at Neil. Neil's there. Dixon Bonner stepping in as the Mazzala for right now. Lee Connolly's going to be ahead of them as our advanced playmaker. Luke Charman is going to stay in the team captain now as our poacher. And then Rob Harker is going to be doing a job as our advanced forward for the start of this match. We've got Allen and Lynch are the only familiar faces on the bench, but we got some decent options. We don't really have too many wide players on the team, so that's going to be a bit of a struggle to move to our 4-3-3 wide system that we used to park the bus a little bit last. Let's get into the dressing room here. My sound is being all weird again, but let's pump our fists, tell them that they should win this one comfortably. Rob Parker's already motivated. Let's just get some more faith going around the team, more inspiration, more motivation, and let's get into this game. We're going to be starting out the season in our mint uniforms. Looks like they're getting a free kick from a dangerous spot. Come on, Wall, go ahead and form up. And they let it. Oh, and he beats the wall. 3 minutes off the clock. No sound whatsoever. And we are already losing to what should be the bottom of the league after Davies is able to get his hand to it, but can't stop it from going in. That's just poor stuff. And Luke Charman takes it right out the gate, and it looks like we're getting a highlight. Hughes is pushing forward, wants to beat a few men, goes a little bit wide, has to get it back into Connolly, who's playing a lot further back than he's used to being. Is going to take a Big ball over the top to Gilbert. Gilbert wanting to find Rob Harker. Rob Harker wanting to get on the score sheet, but can't get it past the last defender. Can't complain too much from the team at the moment. They haven't been outplaying us from play, but we were able to get a few dangerous efforts in. Hold on. This is really going to bother me. And we're going to try to see out this match, restart the game, but we'll continue showing even if there is no sound. And Kwanzaa is able to get the ball over to Bennett. Probably should have just tucked it into the corner that was wide open. But Connolly is going to take another corner, wanting to find Kwanzaa again. Can't quite find him, but the ball makes its way back to Connolly, who looks like he's going to try to put in a cross, though he gets tackled, and that looks like that's going to be the end of that one. I don't like that both of our center backs are on yellow cards. That's not a good way to start out the season. Let's shout some encouragement to the team. Yep, Kwanzaa playing particularly poorly, though so is Neil and Charman, and no one's particularly playing well. It says Harker is, but we haven't seen too much from anybody, so we can't verify that he is doing well. But he is dropped back pretty nicely to play some defense there. And the cross gets blocked away, but Gilbert is not alive to it. Connolly is, however, gets the ball forward, wanting to find Harker, can't find Harker, and the ball's coming the other way. Neil is alive to it, gets it up to Connolly. Connolly, remember, this is a vertical tiki-taka. We don't need to go route one. Savage, get over tackle, get a tackle in, stop this attack. It's really throwing me off that there's no sound. Technical issues, and Kwanzaa lets him get through on goal, and Davies is not alive to the shot, and we go down 2-0 just before halftime. Let's demand more from the team, because there's nothing more that we can say, because we're just playing absolutely poorly at the moment. They get a throw in. Neil's able to get that one clear. Charman able to win it, gets it to Harker. Harker's going to try to beat the defense. Doesn't really have the speed to get past that center back, though. He put in a shot. It was a tame effort in the end. Really deserved more from the entire team. But we're not playing that way, so Charman gets a nice through pass, gets knocked off the defender, and Rob Harker is able to finally put one in the back of the net. Charman should get a assist off of that one, but he gets a goal in his debut. Let's just watch this one again. Connolly gets it down to Charman. Charman one touch, two touch, knocks it off the leg of the defender into the path of Rob Harker, who is able to get a goal just before halftime. Let's remove the get stuck in. Yeah, because we're getting way too many yellow cards, and that's going to do it for the half. Get into the dressing room, put our hands on our hips, and say, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. That's always lovely to hear, isn't it? But we get a throw in. Hughes gonna throw it up, trying to find Charman. Does find Charman. Puts in a pass into Savage. Savage threads through Charman. Can't quite find him, but Gilbert able to get it back down to Savage. He goes back to Neal. Wants to put a ball over the top. Wants Lee Connolly. Finds Lee Connolly. Uses his head. Gets it in past the keeper. 4 minutes gone by, and we're already tied it back up on the backs of Harker, Connolly, and Charman. Great stuff from the guys. I think I want to take Kwanzaa off before too long. Not playing particularly well with Reece Bennett, and we need all the help that we can get to come back from this game. Speaking of Mr. Bennett, Bennett's going to get a little pass in here. His poor ended back up with Neal over where it started. Hughes able to bring that poor pass down, gets it back into Neal. He's going to try to make a second effort, gets it up to Savage, over to Dixon Bonner, up to Connolly, back to Neal, over to Savage. Nice passing from the lads. Savage able to turn, gets it to Gilbert, Connolly to Charman, Charman to Harker. Harker gets his brace on opening day of the Vanarama National League season, putting us 3-2 ahead of Wealdstone, a game that we should have been winning from the start, but we're winning it now, so that's good stuff. Great passing play from the team, good vision from Charman to see that Harker was onside and nobody was marking him. An even better effort from Harker to beat the keeper at the near post. That puts us third in the league right now. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a change. Let's bring on Ansley in for Kwanzaa, just get him a little debut. Let's bring Neal off for Brennan and swap Dixon Bonner over there because Brennan is a lot more attacking minded, and that's going to do it for the moment. Let's confirm those changes, and we'll just let the last few minutes of this half start to tick away. Connolly's getting in another cross, wanting to find Ansley. Ansley hits the post on his debut. Oh, he's feeling really hard done by to not be able to tuck that one away. But let's take a look at our tactics and move to this one right here. Let's see who we can get up there. Dixon Bonner can play out on that side. We'll take Connolly off. Hope he doesn't feel hard done by. He's just going to miss out on this one just by nature of the others playing a slightly bit better. Get Dixon Bonner up there on the left. Ignore that Charman should be in a more familiar position. We're just seeing out this game. We don't want to see many more highlights. We just want to see the final whistle. But saying that, Charman wants to get in on the scoring, but he was offside. Sad to see from the captain and the bookie's favorite to win top goal scorer of this for the league. But it looks like he's dropped back to get that goal kick, still wanting to be involved in the play. Hughes with a cheeky little back heel right as the full-time whistle is blown. And really, Wealdstone should not have gotten 2 goals in that game. Their XG was it was right at half of 1. So we feel a little hard done by. Tell them that that was a good win nonetheless. Just keep motivation going high going forward. And that sets us squarely in 6th at the moment. And we'll hit continue, and I'll show you what our board expects of us for this game. For this season, excuse me. This is taking quite a bit of time. For some reason, it puts us forward an extra day. Let's just take a look at our club vision. They expect us to avoid relegation this season. And as we look at our performance in the season preview, the media expects more of us, so there's next to no chance that we get fired this season, no matter what. Take a quick look at our inbox. They rejected an affiliate club. They rejected improved youth recruitment. but we won 3-2. And look, Mo Salah got his first start, played okay, ran quite a bit, and National League kicks off. And yeah, that's going to do it. This is our obligatory scouting of our affiliates. But that's going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment if you'd like to name one of our youth intake players going forward, and subscribe if you'd like to join us on our journey to the top.